you to everybody here in the crowd for sticking with us, for having the patience. It took us over 3 hours, 5 safety cars, 2 red flags to give you an amazing race. And we saw skill and bravery of supreme levels. And of course, that goes for you at home too, watching on TV. We really appreciate you sticking with us, and I think you'll agree it was very worthwhile in the end. And this man, Lewis Hamilton, crossed the line first. Excuse me, Nico. What a race, Lewis.
Not too bad, huh?
But I mean, you were out front, but I mean, calling for the red, the red flags, and aquaplaning coming up the hill. And talk us through it a little bit.
Well, firstly, like you said, I want to say a big thank you to all the fans that came out today, because that was a long, long race, and they stood out in the rain, and still at the end, there was even more people at the end than there were at the start. So I appreciate all the support here in Brazil. They're always so welcoming to us, and their hospitality is second to none. So thank you. And then for me, yeah, I mean, I was generally just chilling up front. When it rains, that's usually a good day for me. And today was tricky for everyone. There was definitely opportunities for aquaplaning, which everyone did. But I want to say a big thank you to my team. This is we're creating history in this team this year. The stuff that we've done, the results that we've got, it's just incredible, and I'm just so proud to be a part of it. So.
You talked about water coming in your crash helmet following the safety car early doors. Was that your only drama today?
That was the only drama, yeah. No mistakes, no issues, no spins. It was kind of interesting to hear along the race how many people behind were spinning and that, but yeah, I didn't have that problem, so I'm really happy about it.
52nd victory, you move ahead of Alan Prost, second in the all-time list, only behind the great Michael Schumacher. Now, Nico, second place. Not what you were looking for, but it'll do today in the championship. You head to Abu Dhabi in 2 weeks' time with a 12-point lead. What are you thinking standing here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, didn't go my way today with the win. Lewis just did a great job. But for sure, yeah, I mean, it was very difficult conditions out there. And I can live with second today for sure.
Yeah, Max was... he was pretty handy out there, wasn't he? He was pushing like crazy and taking some rather unusual lines. And you must have been thinking, just leave me alone. I've got a championship to win.
And then I arrived on the straight and I saw him pointing 90 degrees towards the wall. I was like, what the hell?
We saw you also once having a bit of a scary moment up the hill.
That is true, yes. But worked out fine to stay on track.
A tough call for the race steward to, race direction today to, safety car, red flag. Do you think they got it right?
It was on the limit, but in the end, yes, they got it right. They did a good job judging it, but it was quite a fine line out there.
Max, may I shake your hand, because that was some kind of incredible performance, and he's already been voted driver of the day by the fans. Well, what an adventure you had this afternoon.
Yeah, it was an incredible race, of course, with the red flags, difficult conditions, especially the last straight, really, really slippery. And then, yeah, in the final restart, I managed to overtake Nico, and I was in quite a comfortable position over there. Then I had a massive moment into the...
through that.
Well, I just had, I don't know, maybe I clipped a bit the curb, had a massive moment, locked all 4 wheels, managed to keep it out of the guardrail, continue, still a second. Then we decided to pit for intermediates, but unfortunately it started to rain afterwards, so it didn't work out. But then after that, I think I was 15, 14, I don't know what I was. And then some great overtakes afterwards to come back onto the podium is, of course, amazing.
You were just using a different racetrack to all the others all afternoon. Wherever they went, you took somewhere different.
Well, I couldn't see it when I was straight behind him, so I had to take another line.
That big incident you had up here, how much luck, how much skill to keep that out of the barriers?
50-50, I guess.
I think you might say that. Wow, you gave us through, and the bravery when you guys just could not see coming. Did you guys see his incident? Did you catch any of it?
I just saw him pointing 90 degrees towards the wall.
I saw both of those on the TV, so...
Yeah.
Well, when you were in the race?
He was watching the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, you were cruising out front, weren't you? Okay, so the showdown then in Abu Dhabi. Excuse me, Max, I'm just going to come back in here. The showdown, 12 points. What's it going to be, Lewis? How do you go to Abu Dhabi?
Well, I'm hunting, and all I can do is do what I'm doing right now. The team have been giving me a great car, and finding the reliability has been really good. So the results are really showing that. So I'm going to go and give it everything I've got. Abu Dhabi is generally a really good track for me. So, but right now I'm just going to live in the moment. This has been my dream since the first time I watched Ayrton race when I was like 5 or 6 years old. So to to win here is...
Your first victory in Brazil, of course.
Exactly. And it's the 44th Grand Prix here, so it's kind of a lucky weekend.
And where would you put this within your 52 victories? One of the tougher ones? One of the very toughest, top 5 or something?
Probably one of the easier ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a very easy race generally. And usually in the rain here, it's the hardest. But honestly, it was, as I said, I didn't have any spins. I didn't have really any moments. And it was pretty straightforward. So,
well, that's magic then.
Silverstone 2008 was way harder than this stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we did see some skill. Thank you once again. And do tune in to see us in Abu Dhabi to see which one of these two guys is going to take this year's World Championship. Thank you.
Wow, well that was worth the wait then, wasn't it? We'll discuss that incredible center-S drive by Max Verstappen that even the Mercedes drivers seem to be marvelling at in a few moments. But in a fortnight's time, what a race we have in store, a jewel in the desert for the title.